Oh, as British comedian Alan Carr would say, what a week it's been. I just finished, well actually, technically I've had a day off now, but I've just finished my first week of my new job. And yeah, it was tiring. Didn't manage to get a second upload out last week between either being too hot, being at work, or being exhausted. Didn't quite get the second upload out. I could have put something out on Friday, but it would have been from my backlog content. And really, I intend that more to sort of fill gaps between long gaps. Like if once I'm working, this carries on every week and I can't get anything made. You know, that's the kind of time when I intend to put stuff out like that. And I also kind of want to have like a feel for the video. Like, yeah, we'll put that one out. And none of them were really grabbing me at 9 o'clock on Friday night. So I just left it. But what we've got today is some mail that I received last Wednesday. That's just still sat here waiting to be opened. So, without further ado, let's get this open. I had this whole waffle about, I had a lot of whole waffles planned for this video, but you know what, it's just not relevant. So we're just going to get into this and get on with it. So this is something I picked up from 365games.co.uk. I kind of see it as a late souvenir from my trip to Sunderland, because I saw quite a few of these while we were there, which you will presumably see when I have a chance to edit the toy hunt video from that. And basically I came across this on 365games.co.uk for £23, 5% off for signing up to their email newsletter. It is the DC Multiverse Megafig Swamp Thing. And now I thought this box was a bit small for how big these Swamp Thing boxes had looked in the shop, but actually the box is like exactly the right size to fit one of these guys in here. And dear Lord, the detail on this is absolutely insane. Like, this is actually ridiculous. I completely didn't intend to buy this, but, you know, it is just a really good looking figure. And then when I saw it for £23, which is so cheap, like, I think in my Forbidden Planet, they have the variant one for 40. And I think in the places in Sunderland, there was somewhere between 35 and 40 as well. So £23, ridiculous deal. And I thought I may as well go for it when I found out about the Necron Mega figure that's coming out. Because something that put me off was like, where am I going to put this? But if I need to find somewhere to put the Necron Mega figure, need to make like a Mega figure shelf or something, I might as well get Swampy as well. He's just been in a box waiting for me to open him the whole time. And partly what I was thinking was that we've got this new John Constantine figure coming out soon, and none of my figures that I currently have are really friends with John Constantine. I wouldn't want to get the Constantine and then him not have any friends. I've read a lot of the Hellblazer comics. He's not very good at making friends. So I thought it was probably a good idea to have one ready for him for when he gets here. So yeah, DC are kicking my ass lately, guys. We haven't even got the DC Multiverse Black Panther figures in the UK yet. Still, somehow, where are they, guys? Come on. But we got a couple more little pieces here. And this is just a daft thing, but I thought this would be fun to do on the video as well. This was actually really fast. The whole process was really fast in doing this. So if you are thinking about doing it yourself, don't be put off by you being told about waiting lines, because this literally took about a week or two. It is my new passport. So I can finally go away, finally leave the country. That'll be nice, won't it? I haven't really planned to go on holiday in the last couple of years. That's why, you know, I haven't gotten one. But, you know, we got one now because it's just seeming that, like, that's the vibe people are going with at the moment. My entire family are kind of talking about doing things. I obviously have spoken with my girlfriend about doing things over the years, and now we're looking about putting that into action now we're coming back out of lockdown. So, there, that's what that is. This other one is my previous passport, which I had to send them. Obviously, it's like standard procedure that they take your old passport and just check it over. And but like, this has literally been through the wash. Like, this is not only void, but it has literally been through the wash. My photo in this has washed off. It's because I left it in my back pocket after a night out once. Went straight through the wash. If any of my followers aren't yet 18, which I'm sure a lot of you are, when you turn 18, don't use your passport for ID, because, I mean, it's just too risky losing it on a night out. Make sure you get a provisional license or something. They're like, what, £35? You're probably going to need it in the future anyway. And this is what Brexit was about, apparently. This colour difference. Apparently that's what Brexit was for. Yay. Okay, so that's that. That's the mail. So the next thing that I want to show you guys, which the people on Instagram have seen already, is the haul. My first haul from my employee discount at Smith's Toys. I didn't do a toy hunt of the first bundle of stuff I picked up from Smith's, because obviously I'd not only just finished my shift, but I'd also, like, I'm still new, so I'm not necessarily that comfortable. And there was a guy, Neil, who I'd never really spoken to before, bag fell down, who was just talking to me the whole time about the figures and whatnot. We were just chatting. I mean, he was obviously giving me sales advice, obviously. Yeah, didn't really feel like I could pull my phone out, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you now a little toy haul recap of what I picked up. Let me set the scene for you. It's my first day. I got chucked straight on tills, did that for a few hours. Felt more uncomfortable on them than I ever have in my life. I've worked on tills a few times in the past, but like in this instance was like, don't like this. And I've always hated working on tills, but don't get me wrong, this was the most uncomfortable I ever felt on them. And it was like a shame because it was such a simple till to use and everything. But I did just feel uncomfortable, and I did feel like I was going to be much better putting the stock out on the shop floor and stuff like that. That's the kind of thing that I kind of am good at doing. So eventually, after mentioning this to the till staff a few times, like after talking about this with the till staff a few times, I got moved to the shop floor. I did a great job. Me and Rich we're just putting stuff out. So we're starting on the shop floor, and Rich says to me, right, we're going to do Pokemon, pop figures, and then just work our way up, boys. Now the boy toy aisle in our Smiths goes Pokemon, pop figures, Harry Potter, and wrestling. So my first shift was literally Pokemon, pop figures, and wrestling. He set me off on the right path, and then we went up Lego afterwards. So he set me up on the right path, and I've got the wrong carrier bag. This is not the carrier bag that I needed. So we were having a good time, and he says to me, he's up at the top of the ladders getting the stock down, and he says to me, do we have any space for Bret Hart? And I said, yes, we've got space for a couple of Bret Harts. And then as he starts going through the box, I say, is there a chase up there? And he says, how do you tell? And so I explained the difference between the pink one and the regular one. And he goes, oh, yeah, there is one actually. Oh, yeah, there you go. And he passes it down, and I'm putting them on the shelves. And he goes, are you going to cop it? And I'm like, nah, it's only Bret Hart. You know, the head scans are always terrible. And then I looked at one of them and I was like, actually, that head is pretty good as Bret Hart goes. I still think it looked terrible in photos, but actually in person, it looks really good. Like on the preview photos and stuff, I mean. I can't say I've really seen figure fed photos or whatever. And then, for the next couple of days, all I thought about was buying this Elite 94 Bret Hitman Hart chase. It was still on the shelf. We mustn't have sold any Bret Hart in the next 3 days. I think it was 4 days maybe. When did I buy these? Friday? Friday, I think I bought these. Yeah, the next 4 days. No one bought any Bret Hart. So I picked up this chase one. And I figured, I was kind of looking at the British Bulldog as well, but I figure I'll wait until he goes down in price a little bit. The Bret Hart, obviously, with it being a chase, I thought I may as well pick this up because the chase will sell, even if other Bret Harts get reduced. And the next thing I picked up was a figure that, again, I waited until it got reduced. And then I thought, you know, I might just leave it all together. And then as I've got this new job, I'm like, well, I've got the money for it, so I may as well pick it up. And, you know, if I want to use it, I want to use it. If I don't, get rid of it down the line. And that is the one Elite 92 Ric Flair we had left in his WCW attire. I thought this was a really cool figure, but I just don't really have that much use for Rick. And I literally can see, like, there's like a black thing under his neck that I'm hoping is like a bit of plastic or something, and then a black mark on his cheek there. So that's a bit of a pain, but if we pop this guy open, hopefully we can fix both of those things. And if we don't open him, then we'll probably just be selling him on. But either way, I thought it's better to pick it up. Even with the lack of space I currently have, it's better to pick it up and not need it than to need it and not have it. The next thing I picked up was something that I should have picked up, and I think I said this at the time, on my interview at Smith's Toy Hunt. And that was the basic Miz in a suit for £5. These are great. £5 for a suited Miz. Like, so you lop that head off because Miz bad, and you stick whoever you want on there. Excellent suited body for £5. Brilliant. And then I took a quick look over at the clearance table, and we had two basics on there for £3 each. Bobby Fish, thought what was the point, but I didn't get out of there without taking a Swerve Scott with me. £3, I thought, go on then, come with me. I don't have very much space for any of this stuff, but apparently £3 is the point where I'll just take you without really thinking any more of it. Like I say, I didn't feel like I needed the Bobby Fish for any reason. You know, it's a basic with a t-shirt, so it looks terrible. I don't have the rest of the guys, and I don't really have any plans to use them either, so there's not really much point. But yeah, that's like the rest of the stuff I wanted to chuck in on the end of this video. So guys, thank you guys for watching, and goodbye. Apparently that's what breakfast